Alright, here we go. Game 1 in this set of 2 between EHOME.Keen and Wings Gaming. Take a look at both these teams and their draft as we get right underway. Magnus, Crystal Maiden, and Sand King banned out by EHOME.Keen. Monkey King, Jug, Ember Spirit by Wings. First 2 picks for both sides respectively from top to bottom are Centaur and Warlock for EHOME.Keen, and then Wings Gaming, they've picked up Lena and Tusk. So right away, we take a look as Tusk is going to be a roaming 4 hero, or maybe even in that 5 spot. Lena, let's see if they, Wings, that is, go mid with Lena. For EHOME.Keen, they've picked up the support Warlock, and then Centaur is going to be in that off lane, and now Wings, they've banned out the Nyx. So let's see what EHOME.Keen ban out next. They do end up going with the Abaddon. And then Wings, they pick up Keeper of the Light. So 4 is going to be Tusk. 5 is going to be Coddle. Lena is going to end up being mid. So let's see, now that EHOME.Keen have picked up this Riki. Warlock 5, Riki 4. Let's see if they end up going for the Lifestealer in that 1 spot. And now Wings, they've picked up the Brewmaster. So Brew, Keeper, Tusk, Lena. Right now against Riki, Warlock, Centaur. And you only assume that Lifestealer is coming next. He's really good with Centaur, and early on before that Blink Dagger comes out, and Lifestealer gets level 6, he's good in the Riki.
5 seconds remaining.
So let's see if EHOME.Keen elect to go with that Lifestealer, and then they would still need a mid.
Storm Spirit.
Wings Gaming's turn to
I would expect now Wings to ban out the Lifestealer, especially with Storm Spirit getting picked up. It's mobility for EHOME.Keen and multiple vessels for a Lifestealer to come in. In Storm the Infest, in the Centaur, in the Riki. Really, you have your real choice to do anything with Lifestealer, and there's the ban, obviously. I feel like if EHOME.Keen really wanted it, they should have picked it up before the Storm. Storm, there are a lot of mids available to the point where EHOME.Keen, they could have gotten away with picking up the Nyx first. So I'm not too sure why they didn't. But now they got to think otherwise and really look at a different safe laner.
5 seconds remaining.
So we'll see what EHOME.Keen ban out next. Maybe they're really taking this time to think of a new pick for safe lane, seeing as it really did look as though that EHOME.Keen were heading towards a Lifestealer draft. But of course, that gets, you try to get him as late as possible, but it doesn't end up working out for them. So not that great. And there's the Gyrocopter banned out. And EHOME, they end up going with the Spectre, which is a pretty solid pick for them. EHOME.Keen, they've got a lot of mobility. Spectre with the Haunt, Storm Spirit with the Ball Lightning, and then the Stampede, and ultimately the Blink for the Centaur.
10 seconds remaining.
So
5 seconds
then
remaining.
for Wings Gaming, let's see what they pick up last. Gyrocopter was banned out, so they're expecting a safe laner to come out here.
Reserve time.
Let's see what they're going to do last. Kind of try to think about what they can do up against this Spectre, up against this Storm Spirit. Maybe we see Anti-Mage? I don't know. Obviously, Storm into Anti-Mage isn't good, isn't amazing, but Anti-Mage is really good against Storm Spirit, so we'll see if they do want to choose the Anti-Mage. It would be nice to see something new. And they've just got 40 more seconds before we are underway. So 18 seconds. I'm thinking anti-mage, but obviously he's not too big in the meta right now. But obviously against the Storm Spirit, you know, he's a pretty solid pick. Let's see what Wings do. Let's see what they round this draft out with. I'm curious, honestly. And they're going to go with Lycan, so a completely, really out-of-the-box pick in Lycan. So Lycan, Brew, Keeper of the Light, Tusk, and Lena. Up against EHOME.Keen, Spectre, Storm, Riki, Warlock, and Centaur. And I like the EHOME.Keen lineup. It's really just a question of how well they play it. You know, EHOME.Keen, they're coming off a 0-2 series against IG. Wings, they're about the same level of play as IG, in my opinion. So we'll have to see how EHOME.Keen really handle Wings gaming. You know, they had one game where they gave up a early 6,000 net worth lead last series, and then the second game they went Naga lineup. It didn't work out for them.
Prepare for battle.
So we are underway. Let's take a look at who's on what. Dark is going to be on the Centaur. Wrong on the Warlock over... Nope. Don't know that name. Don't know that name. And over on the Spectre is going to be JJJ. So for the side of Wings Gaming, we're going to see Ice on the Tusk. Mid is going to be Blink on the Lena. Off lane is going to be Faith Beyond with the Brewmaster. Safe lane Shadow with the Lycan. And then rounding it up is going to be Y on the Coddle. So, this is the first game of a set of 2. If you're in my neck of the woods, it's a nice chilled 4:30 a.m. cast for you. But, you know, could be good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on where you live. So no aggression from either side before the horn. They really are just going to sit by these bounty runes, look to get 2 apiece, and then be on their way. In terms of these lanes, we take a look. Brewmaster is at least looking to be up against the Spectre, JJJ, and possibly the Riki. And there's a nice thunderclap. It's going to be 2 bounty runes apiece. And Faith Beyond, he's going to be forced back. It could be a tri-lane up top of Riki, Warlock, and Spectre up against this Brewmaster. So Faith Beyond's going to have a bit of trouble. You know, it's a hard lane to stay in. Maybe he gets hit by a Shadow Word or 2, and Riki comes in to kind of steal those last hits with the denies. And then Spectre, you know, they're just trying to open it up as much as they can for JJJ to get the farm they need necessary for a Spectre to really open up the game. So there's the Shadow Word out on Faith Beyond. Pushing them all the way back is the Riki. And Faith Beyond down under 250 health. Really in a tight spot. We take a look down low, as maybe they're looking to get this kill on Dark. Shadow, Y, and Ice are a solid combination with Ice Shards. They have the Illuminate. They'll end up having the Mana Leak eventually. But I think, what is it? The way it goes is it's just Chakra Magic and Illuminate. And then, ooh, you look away from him for 1 second, and Faith Beyond gets killed up top for first blood. It says 2 viewers receive prizes for witnessing the first blood, but nobody witnessed anything because my camera was not on it. So early on, we take a look over mid. It's a 1 CS advantage, 2 CS advantage for the Storm Spirit over Blink. But again, we know that the skill level of Wings, to me, is a little bit better than EHOME.Keen. Obviously, we see that they struggled up against the IG. They struggled to keep a lead. And we'll see if that same sort of gameplay really affects how well they play up against Wings in this game 1 of a best of 2. Set of 2. So Dark just getting harassed by Ice, who has shards. Ready to go. Looking to get those boots next. He'll salve up. And then we take a look over at Centaur Dark. And just Tango's a salve and a nice shield. Nice stout shield. So continuing to just have an easy time with farm is Shadow down low. Spectre getting some equivalent farm. We take a look over at Faith Beyond, and we might be in a little bit of trouble. There's the smoke screen. The Shadow Word comes out too. The Thunderclap to follow it up. They're getting him very low, and the Shadow Word will finish him off. So they get another kill up top on Faith Beyond. They threw that Spectral Dagger his way, got him very low. The Shadow Word, despite being level 1, was enough. And now 2 kills in that top lane. Very good for a Spectre, who again takes a little bit of time to come online. So Shadow just going to farm away, find those early items, find that early net worth, and we actually take a look over mid. So we do see the Riki is here, going to try and get that silence. There it is, but the Light Strike Array does hit on this Storm Spear. They're going to slow him down, and now bring him on in and get the kill on Blink. So 3-0, the Illuminate flies through, but not going to do anything. It's a nice Electric Vortex to get themselves the kill. And now coming over again is the Riki. Faith Beyond, he comes over mid just to take over and farming. But I'm not too sure what they're looking to really do. So Faith Beyond, he makes the rotation over, but has to rotate all the way back, and he is still level 1. We're 4 minutes into this game. You've got Faith Beyond on this Brewmaster, who's level 1, and an early lead of almost 2,000 gold for EHOME.Keen. Let's take a look over at Dark, looking for that Iron Talon. Probably going to avoid this lane altogether with the Iron Talon and just kind of farm these jungle camps over by his secret shop. As again, we take a look over mid. There's the Snowball coming through with the Light Strike Array, but it's really not going to do too much. And there it is, the Electric Vortex out on Ice, and now he's going to get silenced up by the Riki, and now the rotations are all here for EHOME.Keen. The Light Strike Array does come out on the Riki, and Faith Beyond, he is under Sentry Ward vision. There's the Thunderclap, but it's not really looking like it's going to save his life. There's the Blink Strike. A couple more shots will do it. Another smoke screen, and the kill goes the way of the Warlock. Now 5-0 in favor of EHOME.Keen, so very sloppy play for Wings. They snowball in, they get the Ice Shards, they get a return kill from Ice, but now he might be in a little bit of trouble. So they finally get their first kill on the board for Wings Gaming. And it's a return kill on a Storm who, in all honesty, they've had a really solid top and middle lane. It's really, it's really worked out for them. The Spectre has made some nice choices, I'd say. I don't know if that's really the words I'm looking for. He's just had an easy time up top. We'll switch it over to the net worth. We see that Lycan still top of the net worth, but Spectre not too far behind. Only a couple hundred gold, and Spectre's had this easy time up against Faith Beyond, who's still just level 2, and really has to continue to be careful. They've moved Y up here to really be a babysitter for Faith Beyond, but at any moment with a nice Shadow Word, a Blink Strike with a smoke screen, Faith Beyond could just be dead again. So there's the Snowball out on the Riki. Riki in a bunch of trouble. An Illuminate, but one more shot. Not going to be enough. He survives with 14 health. And they scan out to try and catch the Riki. And there it is. Now the scan's pinged up, but they already used the Ice Shards in a different direction, so he'll be able to escape. He's there with 14 health eventually, and then just gets to run away. That is very deflating for Wings. So EHOME.Keen, level 6 already is this Storm Spirit. Let's take a look over at Dark. He's got that Iron Talon. Probably going to be going for a Hood of Defiance next, just for that double edge and maybe a blink afterwards. We take a look over at Wrong, just hitting away at Faith Beyond up top. who's still just level 3. JJJ is level 6, has the Haunt ready to go, just in case the Storm wants to go in deep on possibly Blink. So over mid is Ricky again. They've got the Sentry Ward mid. They're going to Ball Lightning in. They're going to get the immediate Haunt over. There's the smoke screen, and they'll get that easy kill, and that's going to be a kill for JJJ. And it's so quick that he gets the Haunt all the way back top. He's back in lane immediately, and it works out perfectly for this Spectre. Doesn't get any better than that to get a quick kill like that and be right back in lane, not even using that TP scroll. So the Illuminates are flying through on these creeps. Faith Beyond trying to pull himself back in from a very poor start at 1400. The Thunderclap is there, but the Spectral Dagger doing a lot of damage on Faith Beyond. He's getting run back. And the Fatal Bond's doing quite a bit of damage. They'll get the Snowball in with the Ice Shards. They just want to hit away at these creeps to possibly take out the Brew. But all the way back at base, he should be okay. Now Wings, they're trying to chase. They're trying to get something. Shadow comes on over. They're trying to get this kill on Warlock. They're not going to find it. Getting body blocked by his own man. Ice just in the way, and there's the Snowball. Not going to do anything, really putting him in a whole bunch of trouble. There's the Ball Lightning. Ice might find himself too much to handle. And here comes the Ricky. The Ricky will finish off Ice. He's got a double kill. And now they're looking to get a kill on Shadow. Shadow just trying to man-fight, knowing that he's under Sentry Ward vision, and not going to be enough. The Ricky escapes again with 14 health. So now 8-1. Ricky gets out with, what did I say, 14? He gets out with even less than that. Just walks away. The Illuminate almost so happens to touch him, but a little bit short. Coming over are these nice Lycan Wolves up for 4 seconds, but they're not going to be able to find the Ricky as they do get themselves back up, healed up by the Shrine.
Tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
You know, I'd like to say at any moment EHOME.Keen is really safe with this early lead. They've got a Spectre who's going to be working hard towards getting that late game lockdown for EHOME. But you know, it's EHOME.Keen. They've recently thrown a 6,000 net worth lead, and JJJ, he's getting got on already. A nice Illuminate and a nice Dragon Slave, and Shadow nearby, so he definitely has to be careful, and with that, JJJ will just TP back to base, and it might be them just giving up this tier 1 as we take a look at this tower over up top and miss the kill mid on Faith Beyond, who's having just a pretty ugly performance up to this point. Now they're down 9-1. So 9-1, they end up taking that top tier 1 for Wings. But still, it's a big lead for EHOME.Keen already in this game. And with Wings, knowing that their late game against EHOME could be pretty okay with Lycan, as well as the Brewmaster if he finds any farm, and hopefully maybe Blink finds something. They could always come back. They'll have a nice amount of burst damage to go after EHOME, but they have such a nice start. They've got the Hooded Defiance. There's the Stampede forward. We take a look over in the jungle. They get the kill on the Kato coming through, and now there's the Snowball with the Ball Lightning out from the Storm. They're not going to be able to catch up, so now Ice in a bit of trouble. They're going to try and get the kill with Shadow. They chase down this Storm. He's going to Ball Lightning even further, just trying to TP out. Can they get the stop? No. They're not going to be able to get the stop. The first to 10 kills, it's 10-1, so obviously EHOME.Keen win. And just very good start for them. They grab themselves another kill, and just TPing out will be Dark the Snowball in time. So not going to be TPing out. There's the Ice Shards to block him in, the Dragon Slave, and finally, Shadow has shown up on the board. So Shadow shows up, gets his first kill, now 10-2. That's a bit of gold going their way. Nice gold going the way of Shadow, who's already got himself that Echo Saber. So farming very well, top of the net worth at 5,200. We take a look over at this Spectre who's got Face Boots and Ernest down low. Let's see if EHOME.Keen are going to look to defend. Over is JJJ. I'm not too sure if Ice spotted that. No regen rune for this storm. So smoked up under sentry ward is Ricky. Yeah, okay. That'll happen. You walk under a sentry ward, you're immediately met with a snowball, ice shards, and a fistful of shadow. So now 10-3, and that's more gold now going for Tusk. And goes towards Lycan too. Shadow will now start to farm these ancient creeps at level 9. We take a look around the horn. Let's see what's what, who's got what in terms of talents. We take a look at the Storm, who's got +3 on the mana regen. The Spectre, just level 9, so no talent for the Spectre JJJ just yet. Let's see, who do we expect to have a talent? Not the Lycan, not yet. Blink doesn't have a level 10 talent either. And really, nobody just yet on the side of Wings.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So, Storm gonna ball lightning and now use that soul ring to get even further away from Ice. The snowball is not gonna hit. And he'll just be able to back off. There's the haunt. I think they're looking for a kill over mid. It's actually a kill on Y, and they will get the primal split coming out from this Earth Spirit. They look to make something happen over mid. There's the Cyclone used on Warlock. They get the stun out on Dark, but this primal split not really doing too much. They're going to ball lightning forward towards the high ground as Faith Beyond gets put back together. The ball lightning forward into the thunderclap, and coming around the back is EHOME.Keen. And they're looking to make something happen, but here's the snowball with the chaotic offering of the Warlock on EHOME.Keen. There's the Laguna Blade, as well as the Dragon Slave, but still no kill. A lot of these heroes on Wings are connected via the Fatal Bonds. They'll get the double kill on the Warlock as Spectre has fallen, and now Bruise the next one to go down. They've caught up to Ricky. Ricky's going to try and use that ult, and now they get another kill coming out on the Lina, but they will finish off the Ricky. So a 3 for 2. They lose Faith Beyond. They lose Blink. 2 cores on Wings for 2 supports and a Spectre. So 13-6 in the net worth. It was only a 2,000 net worth lead for EHOME.Keen, and slowly reaching their way back in is Wings, and especially Shadow, who sits 2,000 net worth above JJJ, who's looking now for that Radiance. Does have that Radiance recipe and going to be working towards that Sacred Relic. And now we take a look down low. There's the snowball forward onto this Storm Spirit, who's going to get hit by the Walrus Punch. Going to try and ball lightning out, but there's the Illuminate, and they get the kill. They line it up nice. So now trying to run away is wrong. He's going to get hit by that urn, and they're trying to chase Ice and Y. There's the Ice Shards. They lock him down for just a moment. Snowball in 3. The Illuminate forward, not going to hit. So Ice, he's diving very far. He's got the Shadow Word out on him, so the heals are there, but there's the Snowball. No Walrus Punch. Going to try and get the kill. He's under the tier 2 tower, just trying to juke him out is wrong. He's got that Shadow Word. He can't get the kill, but he will in his death. So a nice, lovely split.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So 14-8, another kill goes the way of EHOME.Keen, as well as Wings. And they actually get 2, that's right. They got the Storm earlier in that engagement. It just took so long for Warlock that I kind of forgot.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Let's take a look again, see who's got level 10. We take a look over at this Lina. Minus 30 seconds on the respawn time over on Faith Beyond. Not even close to level 10 just yet. But Shadow level 12 has taken the plus 175 health. Has the Echo Saber, very close to a Desolator. Should have it in just a moment, finishing off these ancient creeps. And there it is, a full Desolator for Shadow. Shadow yesterday went out of control. And he does have the opportunity as this Lycan to do it once again. He's going to have this Desolator. And soon, EHOME, they're going to have to be worried about Shadow. He's 2,000 net worth above this Spectre, who's still looking for that Radiance. And it's 17 minutes in, and Shadow's looking to be a problem.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So we take a look over at Dark. That first talent is the plus 35 damage, which is alright. He's got the Hood of Defiance, and now he's got that Blink. And Storm, we saw he took the plus 3 mana regen, and plus 20 damage here for JJJ. And you get that with a nice Sacred Relic, and you're already hitting for just about 200. And Faith Beyond, he's bonded with these creeps, gonna get exploded, so Faith Beyond's gonna have to back off. Shadow showing himself. There are a couple over mid, and now making the rotation is Ricky. He got himself that Orb of Venom, but is looking towards finishing off that Diffusal Blade. So 4-man smoke from Wings. Let's see if they get the Centaur. Centaur's going to spot one of them out. He tries to blink in. There's the Haunt coming through on a couple. But I'm not too sure you even go in, and that's really it. So the Haunt is used. JJJ. He's backed off. There's the Blink with the Thunderclap. There's the Snowball. Walrus Punch will get the kill on the Ricky. And it's another kill going the way of Wings. They head right into the Roche Pit. No Haunt. And now maybe a problem. There's the Blink with the Hoof Stomp and the Double Edge. And now Mana Leaked is Dark. He's going to try and run away. He's immediately stunned up. And now there's the Thunderclap. They're going to have to use that Stampede. And now it looks as though he's going to get the Chaotic Offering out. But they've already gotten the kill on the Warlock. They take out the Golem very quickly. And Wings, they have found themselves in a nice advantage as they start to take control of this net worth and head towards Roche after taking out 2 on EHOME.Keen. So not the quickest of Roches, but it will be an Aegis out for Shadow. And a nice chunk of net worth going the way of Wings. Down 14-10. At one point in this game, they were down 10-1. So they have a bunch of kills coming their way. They're on a 9-4 run of kills and really making their presence felt as they start to head towards mid, looking for this tier 1. So meanwhile, bottom, they're going to be looking for a tier 2 Ricky under tower. They can TP and they might be able to find him out, but they're looking for a tier 2 over mid instead. Shadow and Faith Beyond just going to hit away at these towers, really in no fear of going down, and blinking in is Dark. There's the shard's going to be off the mark, but it will back off EHOME.Keen just for a moment. They're looking to still get this tower. They will do so, and let's see. Are you safe there, Wrong? Yes. Thinking they might snowball in. Meanwhile, down low, take a look over at this Ricky. He's going to be spotted. There's the ulti used. He's going to avoid everything, but now he's in the hands of Wings. There's the Mana Leak and the Dragon Slave to get the kill. So Wings just continually coming back. We take a look. It's now a net worth in their lead. We take a look over at Spectre. 300 gold short of this Radiance. About 21 minutes into the game. JJJ. Let's see what he can do once he does get that Radiance. They had a bit of a miscue towards that Roche Pit where he haunted. But they didn't end up going in for EHOME. They used the haunt and they had to back up. And that's really what lost them the ability to go after Roche. So now there's the Shadow Blade. They do spot out JJJ. He does have enough for that Sacred Relic, but he's going to be taken out. Oh, no. He doesn't get over to the secret shop. There's no courier over there, and he doesn't get the opportunity to get the Sacred Relic, finish off the Radiance, and he's pushed back and done from getting that Radiance for at least another minute or so. So they're looking to take a tier 2 on Wings. They'll continue to push with the Illuminate. And it is a mech out on Kato. No Ags for him. Usually we see a Kato go first item Ags. There's the Blink with the Hoof Stomp. But you got to remember, it's still Aegis out on Shadow. And a very easy tower to get.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So Wings they've turned this game completely on its head after EHOME.Keen looked to have some sort of lead. It was only really 2,000 net worth, but they looked like they were controlling so well. Up 10-1 in kills. Sorry, trying to adjust my mic. I'm not sure if that's making a huge scraping sound. So, I did say it earlier, it's the difference in skill level. Despite being down 10-1, Wings, they make their presence felt, they push on forward, and the farm is there for them, the kills are there, and just the comeback overall is there for Wings. They're looking towards this AC for Lycan. He's just farming so well at almost 13,000 net worth. Courier might be in a little bit of trouble. They do get it on the Lycan coming back. He's going to ball lightning all the way out. The Radiance is finally finished for this Spectre, but they've chased down this Storm with no more mana. The Stampede's not going to do anything. The Blink Hoof Stomp misses. They come in with the Thunderclap, Walrus Punch, Chaotic Offering out on 3. There's the Haunt, but it's still not going to keep alive this Centaur. They haunt on in, and now Shadow, he's going to try and look to kill this Spectre, who's now out of mana. Stunned up. Shadow very low. He's got this Aegis. Might as well pop it to get to full health and mana. They're also going to lose Ice. So now it's just Blink as well as Shadow, but they are going to get this Laguna Blade out on JJJ, and he's going to get out just barely. They get the kill on Blink, they get the kill on Shadow, and just surviving is this Spectre. So bad luck there for Wings. They lose 5, and wow, 3,000 net worth goes the way of EHOME. A huge chunk of it for the Spectre. So a fight that looked as though it was going to go the way of Wings. It just completely turned around. They took out the Storm Spirit. But, the Chaotic Offering came in. The Hoof Stomp was a miss. It looked like things were going well for Wings in that fight. And it just didn't. It completely... Not that it just didn't. Like, I can explain that better. It turned. Once the Radiance was there for the Spectre, came in with the Haunt. They were in too deep. They got a nice Chaotic Offering, which was a nice stun, and that was a nice chunk of damage for the Radiance and the Spectre to do. And they started picking off these heroes one by one. And despite Shadow having the Aegis, he just was not able to finish off JJJ on the Spectre. And not being able to kill off that Spectre was a huge problem, as we saw in that last fight. So they're looking over towards Dark. There it is, Snowball Shards as well as the Light Strike Array. And now having the Ball Lightning out is Storm. He just gets back to tower. So they get a kill out on Centaur and Wings, now 15-19. You see that big dip, and that's that 5-man wipe. But they're looking to grow it again as they look to take a tier 2 tower up top. So those split towers, but it is Faith Beyond and Shadow with the rest of their team up top. They're going to look to take this tier 3. The rotations have been made back, and there's the upheaval, really stopping these wolves from coming in and slowing down the push of Wings. So let's take a look. Hero's starting to hit that second talent. Take a look around the horn. We do see 10 intelligence now picked up for the Storm. We take a look over at Spectre's gone, +8 to all stats. Over on the Ricky, let's see, level 10, 150 health. The Warlock, +6 to all stats. And then Dark, still just level 10 and has that 35 damage. For the other side, Lycan, Shadow, level 15, or he is a level 18, but his level 15 talent is +12 strength. Felina ends up going for the +50 damage, now hitting for 173. And then Faith Beyond, who had a tough start, about to hit level 15. We'll see what he goes with next, as he's got himself Blink and Vlad. Ball lightning comes in as well as the blink and the hoof stomp, getting very low as Faith beyond the smoke screens there to stop the primal split. They'll get another in. Why? They're continuing to move forward on Shadow. There's the chaotic offering. He gets very low. He tries to retreat, but they will get 3 on EHOME.Keen. So what looked to be a Wings lead has been thrown right back towards the faces of EHOME.Keen. With that, they'll take a tier 1, they'll take a tier 2. Up top, they're pushing over and trying to take a tier 3 with Blink, just pushing this creep wave. Now dusted up is Blink. They're going to try and get the ball lightning in as well as the Blink hoof stomp. There it is with the Blink, the hoof stomp, and there it is with the double edge. And has enough for that electric vortex and just going to deny himself his Blink. They don't want to give away the benefit of another kill going their way. So 22-7 for EHOME over Wings. And we take a look at this net worth graph, and it is up and down. It's hot, it's cold. It's a graph that might remind you of a Katy Perry song, as now it's favoring EHOME.Keen. So JJJ has got himself that nice Yasha looking and finishing that Manta style next. As this Spectre heading towards top of the net worth as they've stymied Shadow for the last couple minutes. Despite him getting this AC, now looking for the BKB. His net worth was much higher than the Spectre just a moment ago. So we take a look over at EHOME.Keen. Looking for that Ags is wrong. Just about 500 gold away from finishing it off. Let's take a look at this. Ricky has the Diffusal Blade, so the slows are there with the Diffusal Blade there too. Let's take a look over at Storm Spirit. He's got himself that Bloodstone with the Orchid coming through. So 13 charges on that Bloodstone now with an Orchid. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with. We take a look over mid as they're going in on Shadow. Shadow's going to try and use that ult, but there is the smoke screen from Ricky. They're going in deep, and there's the Stampede. They don't end up getting the kill as he tries to retreat forward past the team, but JJJ with the Haunt is going to get a kill now onto Y. They get another one onto Faith Beyond. They lose Ice, and it's 4-0. EHOME.Keen just dominating right now. So EHOME.Keen, they threw away a lead. They had a big deficit against them. They come right on back. EHOME.Keen, they're going towards mid and looking towards this tier 3. So they'll take this tier 3. They back on off, and EHOME.Keen, they're in the driver's seat right now. Up 26-15. They're starting to make their presence felt as they've grabbed themselves a 10,000 net worth lead. But like we've seen in the past, no lead is safe for EHOME.Keen. Dark, he's got himself that Ags, that Hood of Defiance, and the Blink. Rongs finished off that Ags there too. Did not have to use the Chaotic Offering in that last fight. And on the back end, it was JJJ who came in to kill Y and end up killing Ice there too. He's going for the Diffusal Blade next, and this is a very, very farmed Spectre. Actually, we take a look over Roche. They will get a kill over on Ricky. Now there's the ball lightning forward, a little bit short of the Roche pit. Now let's see. Spectre's going to go in with the Spectral Dagger. Now looking to maybe steal this Roche, but might have been caught out. There's the Haunt, going to come back in, and there's the Chaotic Offering out on top of the Roche pit. They get the kill on the Radiant side, but it is going to be snatched up by this Centaur. They're going to try and get the snowball out, but I'm not too sure that's going to find Ice too far away. He's surrounded by all sides. So is Faith Beyond. 4 are dead, and just like that, it is a just botched Roche attempt by Wings, and a last-ditch effort for them that goes wrong. and EHOME.Keen are going to take this game 1 over Wings. Just interestingly, a poor performance by Wings. It's really surprising. You know, you see a team like EHOME.Keen, they're kind of bottom of the bracket, but this is DPL. Anything is surprising. So, you know, they get this win, they have a lead, they give up the lead, they're down by quite a bit, they bring it back to a 10,000 net worth lead, and from there, EHOME.Keen, they snowballed into this nice win. So, EHOME.Keen take game 1, we'll head it over to some music, some in-between screens for you, and we'll be right back in just a moment.